Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. This is going to be a good one.
I'm excited for this.
This time, we're taking a look at timeless echoes. Wisdom of the Vedas, presented by Namaskar America. I mean, who doesn't love a little ancient wisdom, right?
Right. It's amazing how relevant these old ideas still are.
Totally. And today, we're really going deep on this idea. It's called Karmaṇy-Evādhikāras-Te. Ever heard of it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a core concept from the Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic texts.
Yeah. And it's all about this shift, from being so focused on the outcome to really being more action-oriented.
Which is tougher than it sounds, right? In our world today, everything's about results, instant gratification.
I know. Tell me about it. But basically, it's like instead of always thinking, focus on your actions, not the results.
Which, honestly, is how I first learned it, too.
Right. But maybe a better way to put it is like, you have the right to put in the effort to work towards something, but you're not entitled to a specific outcome.
Exactly. It's about letting go of that need to control everything, which can be so freeing.
For sure. But how do you actually put this into practice, Like, let's say you're an entrepreneur launching a business or an artist putting their work out there. Doesn't it feel kind of, I don't know, detached?
Well, detachment can be a loaded word, right?
Yeah, it can sound a bit cold.
But think of it more like focusing your energy on what you actually can control. Your actions, your craft, your dedication to the process. You're still striving, you're still passionate, but you're not letting those potential outcomes dictate how you feel.
Okay, so it's not about being indifferent. It's about being more intentional with your energy.
Exactly. And the source material we're looking at, it really dives into this. Like, it talks about staying committed to your goals, but not being crushed by the pressure of actually achieving them. It's a subtle but powerful difference.
So how do we do that? How do you stay committed but not obsessed with the result?
Okay, so imagine an archer.
Okay, got it.
They're aiming for the bullseye, but their focus, their commitment, it's to the whole process of shooting. The stance, the breath, the release. They find satisfaction in each step, regardless of where the arrow lands.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But let's be real. If that archer never hits the target, they're going to get discouraged at some point, right? Like, commitment is great, but results do matter.
Absolutely. Results matter. It's not about ignoring them completely. It's about shifting your perspective. It's about finding joy and growth in the process of doing meaningful work. That's a big part of what this source is all about.
So it's not just grinding through a project to get to the finish line. You're saying we should actually try to enjoy the work itself.
Yes. And that enjoyment fuels your commitment even when things get tough.
Okay, but what about when things do get tough? You face setbacks, maybe even fail outright. Doesn't that make it even harder to detach from the outcome?
That's actually where this philosophy really shines. Because it helps you build resilience. Like, think of it this way. You're building a house. You carefully lay the foundation, brick by brick. Now, a storm hits, right? Part of your structure gets damaged.
Uh-oh.
Someone solely focused on the outcome, they might just despair. All they see is the destruction. But someone practicing Karmaṇy-Evādhikāras-Te, they see an opportunity.
An opportunity to do what?
To learn, to adapt, to build back even stronger. They're not attached to that initial vision. They're committed to the process of building, no matter what obstacles come up.
So it's about being flexible,
Yeah.
about rolling with the punches.
Yes, and about recognizing that setbacks are part of the journey. They're not failures, they're learning experiences.
I like that. It takes the pressure off a bit, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not expecting everything to go perfectly. You're prepared to adjust, to learn, to grow along the way.
And that ties into another key aspect of this teaching, overcoming anxiety and fear of failure through detachment.
Yeah, that's something the source material touches on too. I mean, how does that work? How does detaching from the outcome help with fear of failure?
Well, when you release that need to control the outcome, you free yourself from a lot of unnecessary anxiety. Let's go back to that entrepreneur launching their business. Instead of being consumed by what if it fails, they can focus on building a great product, connecting with their audience, refining their approach. They're fully engaged in the doing, not paralyzed by fear of the unknown.
So it's like you're not avoiding the possibility of failure. You're just choosing to focus your energy where it matters most, on taking action, on honing your skills, on actually doing the work.
Exactly. You're trusting the process, knowing that you've put in the effort, regardless of the final result.
It's a mindset shift, for sure. And the source material actually says that this path, this way of thinking, it leads to achieving excellence. I mean, it sounds counterintuitive, but it makes sense when you think about it.
It does. When you're not constantly worried about the outcome, you're free to fully immerse yourself in the work. You can push your boundaries, refine your skills, and ultimately, achieve greater mastery and fulfillment.
So by embracing Karmaṇ-Evādhikāras-Te, focusing on our actions, detaching from needing to control outcomes, we find more fulfillment, reduce stress, and actually enhance our performance. I mean, who knew ancient wisdom could be so relevant today?
Right. It's like they knew something back then that we're just starting to rediscover.
Yeah, this deep dive has definitely given me a lot to think about. And for everyone listening, I want to leave you with a question. Think about a project or a challenge you're facing right now. How might shifting to this action-oriented mindset, releasing that need to control the outcome, change your approach? Could it unlock new levels of creativity, resilience, maybe even joy in the work itself?
I think it just might.
Keep exploring this ancient wisdom, and until next time, keep diving deep.